video contains spoilers for the entirety of the Winx Club series. This video is not meant for very young viewers, as we're discussing topics like fanfiction that may include content for adult fans. I'm not specifically showing any of the content, but I'd like you to be advised that this video isn't meant for very young children, and is more meant for teens and slightly older fans of Winx Club. Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. So it's still February, it's still Valentine's Day season, and I wanted to do something a little bit different but still Winx Club related. I love the YouTuber Coley does things, and she covers really interesting fandom statistics and fanfiction statistics, and I do actually read quite a bit of fanfiction every now and again, and I do have an AO3 account, but I don't think I've actually ever read Winx Club fanfiction. And in this video, we're not gonna read Winx Club fanfiction, but what we're gonna do is gonna see which Winx Club pairings are most popular on AO3. Because I realized I have no idea. I don't think I've ever deeply looked into the statistics of AO3 when it comes to Winx Club specifically. And I was just really curious. I know that there are some Winx Club fanfics on AO3, because, I mean, for one, I have published one of them. I have actually written quite a bit of Winx Club fanfiction, but most of it is unpublished because most of it I wrote in notebooks when I was a kid. And I'm really glad a lot of it is unpublished. There is also some of it on DeviantArt if you go digging really deep, but I've only ever posted one of them on AO3, and I don't think I would want to post them there now. I could still find them, but I think my standard for my own writing has gone up so much that even if I like the ideas of some of them, I remember the ideas of some of them, I would have to completely rewrite them in order to deem them worth publishing. So I personally only have one Winx Club fanfiction on AO3. That one is actually rather funny. I basically thought, what would happen to Bloom if she never met Stella at a park? And I think that's even pretty much the title. What ended up happening in my mind was very similar to what Faith ended up doing. And it was sort of edgy and dark, but I wrote it for good fun. It was never something that I personally wanted Winx Club to be. And then Faith did a very similar thing, but seriously, with a serious sense of irony. We can actually go to my works, and I think, no, actually, we need to go to my dashboard. And Winx Club is very sadly, I think, the last. No, actually, Heaven's Official Blessing is listed last. I was really curious to see how many works there are in the Winx Club fandom, which pairings are most popular, and what other interesting things we can find out, and which stories are also the most popular ones. So let's have a look. Okay, so here we can see that Winx Club has nearly 3,000 works. That's not the smallest of fandoms, but it's also not big by any means. Cabin Pressure is a very small fandom. Oh, and Cabin Pressure actually has more works. But the Cabin Pressure also has had lots of writing events, so I think that's what drives that up. I assume all of these are much bigger fandoms. Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely has more fics, yeah. So I would say Winx Club has a surprisingly small amount of fics, given how big the fandom is. And the first thing we see is actually a Harry Potter crossover. How does this filters by date updated? Let's go by kudos and see what do we have here. Oh wow, is that? That's an Avatar crossover with Winx Club. I did not expect that. And the second fic is a Bloom X Valtor fic, and I rated that pairing so hard. I rated that pairing so badly when I was doing my ship tier list. So now I'm sort of wondering whether or not people are gonna be mad at me for that. I actually want to see which pairings are most popular. So let's go and see by relationship. And by relationship, we can actually see Here we have, I think, the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, the top 10. And we can actually see Musa and Riven is the most written about pairing. I think this makes sense because they're an interesting dynamic. The second is Bloom and Sky. Bloom and Sky, I mean, they're the poster couple of the series, so also makes sense. Brandon and Stella, one of my favorite pairings. Really happy to see them. By the way, these are all really close, like they all have around 400 fics, which I think is really interesting. Also, there's Flora and Helia, which is probably one of my favorite couples of the series. Historically, at least, it has always been my favorite. Tekna and Timmy, also a cute couple. Bloom and Valtor, and we can see Bloom and Valtor is this pairing is also the most kudos fic. They're not actually as popular as I thought that they might be, considering that I saw that this was like one of the most kudos fics of all time. Then we have Aisha and Naboo. Honestly, a little bit surprised that they weren't even higher up. I feel like these two are very loved. Griffin and Valtor, interesting pairing, really interesting. And Bloom and Icy. Our first fem/ship is Bloom and Icy. And I actually thought Stella and Bloom would be higher because I feel like they're also very shipped. And I was pretty certain that Stella and Bloom are going to be in the top 10. But I'm actually surprised that Bloom and Icy beats them out. But maybe not so surprised because I also sort of shipped Bloom and Icy. At least I was very intrigued by their pairing platonically. So I'm not too surprised. I think that's a good dynamic. And Bloom and Stella as well. I'm a little bit surprised that there are so many canon couples in the top here. Like I'm very used to fanfiction exploring non-canon couples, and I also wanted to look at ratings. So most of these fics, more than half of them, I think. No, not quite more than half of them, but 12,000 of them exactly are rated teen and up, and 811 are rated general audiences, and explicit fics are actually the least popular genre for Winx Club. Like, I personally also, for Winx Club specifically, would prefer to read like teen and up and general. I think there are so many interesting things to explore in that rating that I would be really interested in, and I've never felt like I deeply wanted to read explicit Winx Club content. Maybe because I have a really deep nostalgia and a connection to my childhood when it comes to Winx Club, so I just don't think of it the same way as I think of ships that I started shipping now that I'm an adult. I'm sort of pleasantly surprised because this matches my personal preferences so well. Maybe I should start reading Winx Club fanfic because there seems to be a lot of good content. There seems to be a lot of crossovers in the top results, so I wanted to exclude crossovers just to get like pure Winx Club stats. So the most kudos fic is this PvP of Valtor and Bloom. Oh, that's so cool. There's like a Bloom, Diaspora, and Brandon dynamic. Oh, I love to see that explore. Oh, that sounds so interesting. I also love the name of this series. Oh, oh wow! I can see why this is so highly rated. I would love to read that, and it's not very long either. It's an easy, fast read. Ooh, I wanna check that out. There's 1,695 kudos. Winx season 3 read, and oh, this needs to be a long fic then. Oh yeah! Wow. Okay, yeah. This is a long fic. This is over 250,000 birds. Oh my god. And what are the pairings? Yeah, all the classics. Well, yeah. Daphne X Valtor. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that seems interesting too. And it's finished. It's a long fic. It's finished. Oh, I should definitely go read Winx Club fanfiction. Here we have some sort of time travel fic. That's a Bloom and Icy fic that's unfinished. That sounds interesting as well. Wow, I need to get into Winx Club fics apparently. And here we have Bloom and Sky, Stella and Brandon, all the good clues. Daphne and Walter is a thing. Okay, why is Daphne and Walter a thing? Let me click on it. Is it like, okay, there's fireworks. It's not like a huge thing. Oh, it's the same author as before, I think. Wait. Oh, it's the season 4 rewrite. They had a season 3 rewrite, and here we have the season 4 rewrite. Okay, that makes sense. Actually, and they also have a season 1 rewrite. And they're a really popular author. Do they have a lot of Winx? Yeah, I mean, they have 5 Winx Club fics. Okay. And they're all really popular. Interesting. A very interesting series. Okay. Balder and Bloom. Balder and Bloom, yeah, seems really popular. It beats out Aisha and Naboo, which is like wild to me. There's Bloom and Icy as a platonic couple. That's interesting as well. There's a lot of interesting Winx Club content on AF3. And honestly, I felt like, oh, there's not that many fan fictions because in comparison to some other fandoms, the numbers don't feel so big. But there are 112 pages, which actually is a lot. There's Lucy and Myrta here. I want to see how popular that pairing is. Only 40 works. I expected there to be more, I guess. But then again, the total isn't that high again. So, oh, Riven and Darcy is quite popular, I would say. Which is fun. I like Riven and Darcy. I think it's an interesting dynamic. I would love to see how people explore it more. Okay, let's look at some other filters. Let's filter again by bookmarks. Let's filter by bookmarks and see how it goes. Bookmarks are also a really good indicator of what people like and what they keep coming back to. So there's Bloom and Valtors. So there's Bloom and Valtor. There's more Bloom and Valtor, but also the main couples. There's no Bloom and Sky, so I'm assuming there's no Bloom and Sky love. But Bloom and Sky are the second most popular pairing. Like, I feel like in the fandom, there is a lot of hate for Bloom and Sky, but also it seems that they are actually very popular. And Bloom and Icy is in the bookmarks popularity as well. Bloom and Baltor again. All the main couples, including and Lucy and Myrta, you love to see it, and Flora and Myrta, actually love that too. Is that like a season 1? That is like a season 1 fic, it seems. Yeah, complete season 1 rewrite. Yeah, because it makes sense that Helia isn't even included. So I was wondering. Yep, that makes sense. That seems really interesting as well. And it's finished. Oh wow, that's long. I want to say what additional tags are popular. Okay, so we have alternative universe, canon divergence, makes sense. Angst also makes sense. I think Winx Club is a very colorful and fun series, and people love to explore the angstier side of it, maybe as well. But fluff is there as well. AU, romance, one shot, friendship. Honestly, a little bit surprised that friendship maybe wasn't higher even, but again, I can totally understand why it's in the top 10. Hurt and Comfort, a classic. Magic, again, makes sense. The fairies, fluff and angst. Nothing hugely. Okay, which characters are most popular? Bloom, Stella, Flora, Musa, and Tekna. Interesting. Like here you can see that Rainbow sort of has the right idea when it comes to which fairies are most popular. I didn't necessarily expect Bloom to be so much more popular by a landslide because I feel like Bloom gets a lot of criticism for being too Mary Sue or being too much of a main character, but maybe people are also interested in trying to fix the faults in Bloom's writing, even though I don't personally think Bloom is that badly written. So people still seem to love Bloom, which is fun. I mean, she is the main character. And Bloom and Stella being the most popular actually matches what we see in like merch and things. So that's interesting because Bloom, Stella, and Flora are mostly seen as the main free. Like if there's merch of only the free main fairies, then it's them. Then we have Musa, Tekna, Aisha, Riven, which again to me makes sense because Riven is a really interesting, multifaceted character. He's a good guy, but also he's terrible. So it makes sense. Sky, again, lots of interesting drama there. Icy, personally loved exploring Icy's character as a kid as well, so it makes a lot of sense. And Brandon, I guess, because Bloom and Sky and Stella and Brandon are the most popular. Actually, Brandon and Stella, yeah, Brandon and Stella are the most popular, and Bloom and Sky are the most popular relationships. Then it also makes sense that these characters are high up. Yeah, so heterosexual ships are most popular, followed by femme ships. I mean, Winx Club is a show where there's a lot of emphasis on female characters, followed by general ships, by male ships. I wonder actually which pairings are popular here, and multi and other. Okay, well, we're just quickly gonna show only crossovers because I want to see what crossovers are most popular. Okay, oh sorry, it's a Winx saga. How many fics are in the Winx saga tag? There are more works in the Winx saga tag than there are in the Winx Club tag. This is interesting. This I did not expect because I feel like Winx Club is so much more loved than Fate to Winx Saga. But there are like not that many more works, but slightly more works in Fate to Winx Saga. Oh wow, this is there are slightly more works. Okay, which pairings are popular in the Fate Winx Saga? Sarah Dowling and Sol Silva, Musa and Riven, Bloom and Sky, Farah Dowling and Sol Silva as a platonic couple, Beatrix and Riven, Beatrix and Stella as a slash pairing, Farah Dowling, Ben Harvey and Sol Silva as friends, Bloom and Sarah Dowling as a platonic pairing, Sarah Dowling ex People really like Farah Gonda a lot. I mean, I like her as well. I haven't watched season 2. I assume she might be in season 2 a lot more. This is really interesting to me. I did not expect Fate to be more popular than Winx Club in a sense. I also want to see what additional tags we have. Fluff, angst, hurt and comfort, alternative universe, tan and divergence, emotional, hurt, comfort, fluff and angst, idiots in love. Oh, love that tag. Romance, angst with a happy ending, alternative universe. And I also wanted to see. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to see for Winx Club. So Fate and its crossover most with Winx Club makes sense. Fate the Winx Saga RPF. Wow. Okay, I did not think about that being a fandom. Of course it can be. Like, of course I should have, but it surprised me. Harry Potter makes sense. Magic. Sabrina makes sense. Magic. WandaVision makes sense. Marvel, Teen Wolf, Vampire Diaries, and Game of Thrones. Rating breakdown. Still, the teen and upper audiences are most popular, and still explicit is the least popular. And general audience is second, so it breaks down the same as the regular Winx Club fandom. I'm just so surprised that like Winx Club has less works than Fate, because I personally felt that Fate wasn't that popular. Okay, let's go back to Winx Club and see what other fandoms we have that are popular. So the first one is Fate the Winx Saga. There are 272 works that sort of include both. Then there's J.K. Rowling. Then there's Boku no Hero Academia. Didn't expect that, but it's a big fandom, so it makes sense. Miraculous Ladybug. I actually love Miraculous Ladybug. I think this would be a really fun crossover. I would love to read it. Original works, Danny Phantom. Also, they're kind of from the same era, and I also loved Danny Phantom as a kid, so it would be interesting to read. Dragon Ball, Naruto, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Fun. We learned a lot. I did not expect Fate to have more fics. I know that the difference isn't that big at all, but I still expected Winx Club to have more fics because Winx Club is so loved. So I didn't expect Fate to have more fics, and I didn't expect Farah to be such a beloved and shipped character. I don't have anything against Farah. I think Farah is cool. This sort of makes me want to watch season 2 of Fate because I didn't enjoy season 1 so much. I figured I thought about making a video. I thought about watching it just to make a video and give my thoughts, but then time just kept passing and passing, and I still hadn't watched it, and I ended up just not watching it. But this was interesting. I learned new things. I learned new things that shocked me. Did you learn new things? Do you read Winx Club fanfiction? Do you write Winx Club fanfiction? Did you write Winx Club fanfiction as a kid? Because I definitely did. And overall, let me know if you enjoyed this kind of video, because I don't think anyone else has really made videos on Winx Club fanfiction that I know of. Maybe someone has, and then you can tell me in the comments. And I'm sorry if I just completely erased your work. Also, if you like some of these pairings or you absolutely hate some of these pairings, don't start fights with people in the comments over whether or not these pairings are okay. Let's just let everyone enjoy their fictional characters however they like. So yeah, let me know how you felt about this video. And of course, you can have debates and thoughts in the comments below. Let's just all be respectful. And leave a like to this video if you liked it. And if you'd like to see more fandom content like this, I have been doing Winx Club content very regularly recently. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe and I'll see you in another video. Bye!